Yo everyone! Today's the 11th anniversary of Geometry Dash. Let's go! It's crazy how the game has existed for 11 years now. Time really goes by pretty fast, like literally. But other than that, we are gonna go through each year's of updates and what was added or changed within the game so far. I will most likely show the most important changes every year of the game, so let's start with it already. With the first version, it's really obvious. There's like not much in the menu. You can't even crash icons in the menu. There's like nothing, just pure emptiness. Even in the icon section. Like just these type of colors. But if you check the difficulties, you can see they were pretty different. But other than that, the latest level was Jumper, and it was an insane. And you can already guess how Jumper looks like. I do not need to say anything. You can see how empty this menu was. And the filters and all of that. The search menu was also just empty. There were no filters. It was just insane. No demon. Nothing. On 1.0 you could see that there were no dislike and these were the difficulties you could rate. And there were no comment section. For now. There were a lot of things missed, like the edit object was in the edit, and then there were like only a minimal amount of objects and stuff you could put, and there were no playtest in the level editor and all of that. It was just pretty empty and it didn't have much stuff. Alright, so we're on GD 1.1 now, and again there's not as much stuff new, nothing changed. Just some new achievements and new color. And we have a new level called Time Machine, which is also an insane. Again, the only new thing was Mirror Portal, but also something else was added to levels, and that is dislikes. You can now dislike levels, and the comment section was added. Let's go! We got the Mirror Portal added, and that's it. In GD 1.2, there were also not much added. In the menu, you see a Google Plus icon, which, you know, Google Plus has been discontinued. There's not much in options either, and the achievements, there's just a few new achievements, like cycles. In the icon section, you have a new icon that is obviously cycles, and then one more, but no new color. And as I said, there's a new level called Cycles. Again, there was nothing important added on online levels, whatever, but in the editor, we have a new ball. We have the ball portal now, which is the new game mode for 1.2. And that's it. Alright, so we're on GD 1.3 now, and it seems like things has changed a bit. We see the Facebook and Twitter button. We also see way more achievements and better text, I think. But there is still the same colors, I think. But we have new icons and we have stars now. And a new level, insane. X-Step. Let's go. Scores, aka leaderboard, was finally added to the game, and with creators, top 50, and global, which is pretty nice. And we now have the demon difficulty added to the game. The level editor now has new blocks, new orbs, and the edit object is still in the edit tab, and it's not separate. So this is GD 1.4 and there is nothing much new in the menu, but if we go look in the levels, there's a new level called Clutterfunk, which was pretty difficult at its time, but let's play it. As you can see, there is now unlockable ships added to the game and a new color and icons, which is pretty nice. There is now the magic tab added in the level search. There is finally the edit object there on the menu instead of the edit tab, which is way better. As I said, there is now new blocks added on 1.4 with a new trigger that is line. So this is 1.5, and as always there's new achievements and all of that, but in the icon section there's now ships and icons. That's it. There's now a new level called Fear Everything, which is a 12-star, and it seems like the text, the out of place text, has been fixed. Pretty nice. And there's now a progress bar. Let's go. In this update, feature was also added instead of just rate, which shows the ring, which is pretty nice. And copy paste was added in this update, which helps a lot, and a lot of quality of life features and stuff. And we now have the edit object visible. As always, there's also new objects, and there's Saw, which was added in the last update. There's also new blocks, new stuff, a lot of more. So we're finally on Geometry Dash 1.6, and this is also one of the best updates because, well, you're gonna see in a moment. We now have tabs for each unlockable characters like ship, ball, UFO, and we have now the black color and 2 new levels, which is Electrum Adventures and Clubstep. Let's play the level now. And I unlocked the black color. Nice. And in this update, MapX was added, which is hated by many today, but it's still pretty decent. There is also a new difficulty that was added in this update, which is called Auto, which stands for, you know, auto levels. In the editor now, there's new blocks and invisible blocks and ice blocks added, and that's it for now. So in this update, in GT 1.7, we still have not much changes in the menu, but in the icon section, we can see that there's now a star section, which is, you know, star that makes your icon glow, which is pretty nice. Now for the new level called Electrodynamics. So let's do it. As you saw, new speed pearls were added to the game, and also there is now filters, so I can choose which song uncompleted, featured, or songs to choose from, which is what I like about the filters. The objects are now organized in every single tab, which is an upgrade from the previous updates with like no tab. So, this is update 1.8, and this is the same update that I started playing Geometry Dash actually. And you can now crash icons and characters on the home screen and unlock achievements and colors with it, which is pretty dope. And there's a new level called Hexagon Force, of course. Let's go! There's now original 2-player added in advanced options, and that's it. But not only that, slopes were added and a ton of other objects, which I'm gonna show later. Playtesting in the level editor was finally added, which is really useful, and that's something we even use today. And it made level editing so much better because we don't need to get out of the level just to test it out. And there's now deselect button. So, this is Geometry Dash 1.9, and this is the first version that actually came on PC, on Steam, and the graphics is much better, as you can see. And I played on my monitor hertz, and this looks so much better. And there's a lot of options, graphics, account. You can now sign in with accounts, which wrapped up killed it off for 1.9 2.0 just after 2.2's release, so it just doesn't work anymore. But happily we have 2 new levels, which is of course Blast Processing and Fear of Everything 2. In 1.9 now you have like 4 color channels, which is made for the early days of 9 circle levels, and as you can see, and even 3D color trigger, which is used for, well, 3D blocks, and this is where a lot of 3D levels started appearing in 1.9, of course. So in GTA 2.0 now we have user coins, which is obtainable by completing user-made levels, which is featured, verify, coin verify basically. And we have now a wave unlockable characters and a whole new game mode robot that showed in the icon section. But we have 2 new levels, Geometrical Dominator and Deadlocked. Let's do Geometrical Dominator. We have a free secret coin that you could just do this to get it. We have now followed friends and a ton of more new stuff, as you can see, even XL instead of extra long that was on 2.0. And not to mention that we have the move trigger now, which is made for a lot of boss fights that we have now currently and that people have made. Look at the current editor, it looks so much better than what we had in 1.9, along with the user coins that was added. And you have now preview mode, which you can see the colors and the objects and a lot of things. Like we have now move, pulse, alpha, toggle, spawn, a lot of these objects and triggers that was added to the update 2.0. That's a ton of stuff. And not only that, we have now unlimited caller channel. So, we are now on GT 2.1, and everyone clearly knows how GT 2.1 was, because it was not a long time ago since 2.2 released, not even a year. But this is the normal version of 2.1, not 2.11, which released later. So it is a bit different, but not that much. Now let's see. There were no weekly yet in this version, but let's play Finger Dash first. The servers for GT 2.1 seems to still work just fine. It's just that if you want to play some levels that has been updated, well, you can't. It will just not work. And even with the graphics, there were no high graphics on 2.1 normal one, sadly. But as you can see, these levels have not been updated, and this is the version where you couldn't even comment without having an account. As I said, it just NA doesn't work because these levels have been updated, but some of them haven't, so I can play. I don't need to explain how the 2.1 editor works because everyone knows about it, and it's pretty simple. There's a ton of new stuff, there's new objects, there's new orbs, and yeah. Now at this point, we never saw 2.2 releasing in a very long time. From 2017 to 2018 to 2019 to 2020, 2021, 2022. And plus, there's not that much difference between 2.1 to 2.11. So I was just doing updates between each major updates. What's changed in every major update. And 2.2 did not release in a while. Very while. So I'm deciding for everyone in the comment section to tell me the best each year of GT 2.1 and what was the best levels and what do you think was the best time of GT 2.1 before 2.2. Comment below. So 2.2 eventually released in December of 2023 of last year. It took so long, like literally 6 years for it to release, and we finally got it in December. And by the way, don't mind about the extra buttons. I'm using a geode, so it's still pretty nice that you can use mods for this game. It makes it much better. Like, there's a ton of them, you already probably know. And to be honest, 2.2 is the biggest update, and Robtop did not intend it for it to be that huge, but now it is the biggest update. And there's still more updates for it to come, like 2.21, like a versus mode and events and all of that. So we hopefully will get it this year, because waiting for 2.2 was really long and huge. Everyone waited and waited until it released, and GT hit all-time peak. And I'm glad today's 11th anniversary of Geometry Dash, and I'm glad I'm in it since the early days, and I'm pretty happy to be playing it still and part of the community of it. And I think that's it for today, guys, and thank you for watching this video. As This is probably the longest video I've actually done with my voice as well. And I had to finish it really quick today. Took me so long to make, but here we go. We have it here. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And see ya!